Welcome to Brussels, capital city of Belgium, capital city of Europe, and today the stage of an amazing race, a race unlike others. Paris Express, a race unlike others, an incredible race from Tram Museum to Grand Place, making the team travel nearly 30 kilometers around the city and region of Brussels. From Tram Museum to Schumann, from the Parliamentarium to the Place Royale, from the Basilica of Kokelberg to the narrow streets of the historic centre, the team will live an unforgettable experience. This is the story of a day unlike others, of a race unlike others. The race is about to begin east of Brussels, in the park of Woluwe, with a challenge. We're gonna try the first challenge of the race. Come here. We're gonna see here the bucket in the water. So the team will have to pull the bucket up from the pond, and then pour water into the glass. Too much, otherwise it'll be harder after. And then carry it. Follow me. And from this line, the team will have to take this wooden board, place the glass on it, and they must hold it at 2 up the hill.
As you can see, it looks like a very difficult task. The ground is very bumpy.
Have to pour the water into the container. So the team has to fill half a liter of water in order to win the challenge. Kavinga and Michael, the team, started the first challenge with the objective of filling a bucket with water from the pond before pouring it in a glass.
Can one person carry this? Go! The race, unlike any other,
That will need itself to be carried uphill. Both of them need to be focused and very patient. Slowly but surely, the beaker is being filled.
Wow, we did better this time.
It's quite full. Yeah. Good job.
No, you turned the punishment into a challenge.
After numerous trips, Kavinga and Michael finally managed to fill half a liter of water in the beaker.
Oh, we did it.
Challenge over. Well done. Well, that was a good first challenge for the team. You took 12 minutes and 5 seconds to finish the sprint. And now it's time to begin your very first sprint of the competition. You have to go to the European district of Brussels, where a mission awaits you. The mission is in this envelope. You should never ever lose this envelope. This will accompany you throughout the whole race. It contains maps, instructions, as well as a bilingual message in French and Dutch if you need any help from someone who doesn't speak English, as well as tram and subway tickets, which are here. Okay, so keep it very preciously.
I have my own. I like how you trust me more than Michael.
So are we ready to start the race? On your marks, get set, go! For this first sprint, the team has to travel 5 kilometers by foot and public transport and meet me in front of the Parliamentary Museum. But before that, they must complete a mission in front of the European Commission. First step for them, finding their way. They immediately board a tram to Montgomery Station. And try to figure out where to go after. Then they hop on the metro to Schumann Station, where the mission should be accomplished. However, a Starbucks break possibly made them forget that they actually have to carry out a mission. They pass next to where it should take place, here, without noticing. After skipping the mission, the team could walk to the finish in front of the Parliamentary Museum, but not sure where to go, they asked for help at the famous baker shop.
Direction, fois. And when you are here, you are going to do just one stop. And you have to do the stop at one.
That is actually not a great advice. Instead of shortening the distance by foot, Kavinga and Michael are about to make a big metro detour through Arlois Station. But after this, they nevertheless reach the Parliamentarium.
She really knows it drinks.
We didn't stop at Starbucks.
But no time for them to breathe. It is time for the second sprint. Right, well done for your very first sprint of the race. It was very interesting, no? Any things to say about it? Yeah? You went to Starbucks and you forgot your envelope there, I think, no? I told you, it's very precious. Always keep it.
That's why we went back for it.
Yeah, good. So, for this first sprint to reward you, an amulet. Look at that. Ooh. You'll understand, ladies first. For the team. Your second sprint will take you to the more historic center of Brussels, around the Royal Palace. You will have to complete the dreaded puzzle mission and go to 3 different places. And each of them get a clue that will give you a clue to reach the finish line, which your cameraman has. So,
Please come again.
I'm going to give you instructions.
So prepared.
All the addresses are within this area. All of them. Are you ready for this second sprint of Paris Express? 3, 2, 1, go!
Michael!
For the second sprint, the team needs to travel more than 8 kilometers and meet me in front of the Basilica of Kokelrug. But on their way, they must complete the dreaded puzzle mission by going to 3 different locations in downtown Brussels. First step for Kavinga and Michael, finding a way towards downtown Brussels.
No, we don't. Look, we need to get from here to there. I'm pretty sure we can. Could we walk? No, if you get to Central, we can find it. The Central is here.
They decide to take a bus, but it only takes them to the Troon station.
He's not gonna know where we get off. Michael! Not here. Yeah, thank you.
They will still need to walk afterwards to their first address, the Royal Park Theatre. Kavinga does not hesitate to ask for help. They are on the right way, but apparently Michael still needs some motivation. The team reaches the Royal Park Theatre
You know, we can ask those guys who the third king of Belgium was.
and is able to open the first clue.
National Basilica.
Oh, okay. Alright. I know where that is. I know where the Basilica is.
However, they still need 2 clues, and they need to solve riddles and math problems to figure out the addresses where they will find them.
That's 5. 4 times 13 is 12. 22. So 82 minus 5 is 57. 77
She's the math one.
86.
Meanwhile,
And the team is now doing second sprint, the puzzle mission. And so we're running to make sure we arrive there before them. Right? Yep. Ah, red light. Whew. We can breathe a little bit. We're off to the Basilica of Kuckelberg.
this is where the team is supposed to meet me. For now, they are on their way to their second and third addresses, near the Royal Square, Place Royale in French. And after successfully finding all the clues, they now know the place of the finish line, the Basilica of Kuckelberg. The metro and another 10-minute walk will lead them there.
Michael, we didn't cheat them.
The teams have to meet me here at the Basilica of Kuckelberg, which is the 6th largest church in the world.
However, it seems like Kavinga and Michael are taking their time.
So we're at the Basilica of Kuckelberg, behind me. And what time did we leave, Jordan? Tell me. What time did we leave the parliamentarium? 4:01. And now what time is it now?
2:08.
Yeah. Which means that they almost took 2 hours to make a sprint that was supposed to last for 1 hour 15. It's quite unusual. We're waiting.
And we're still waiting.
Plus we were about to rest in the little shady area there. And then as soon as we lie down, they were like, "Oh, we're coming, we're on the way." And so we're like, you know, long day.
The team arrives at the Basilica exhausted.
So, the second sprint is over. Congratulations for finishing it.
Can't hear you. Speak louder.
In difficult conditions, for which you will be awarded, of course, an amulet. Voila. It's time for Michael. It was very hard. More than 2 hours of running and searching, often without any mobile phone. So, great job. And now for the third challenge. It's going to be a game that will involve your memory. You're going to...
Kavinga is about to hear the story of the Basilica of Kokelberg. She will then have to repeat the story to her teammate with as many details as possible.
The Basilica of Kokelberg was imagined by the King Leopold II of Belgium in 1902, after a visit of the construction of the Sacred Heart Basilica in Paris. The construction started in October 1905 and was interrupted during World War I. After the conflict, the constructor changed the plan design to an Art Deco architecture, similar to the Chrysler Building in New York City. In 1930, the constructors had to borrow 15 million Belgian francs to not slow down the construction. The choir was inaugurated in 1935.
So it was imagined in 1902.
Imagine in 1902.
After a visit to France. Right? Construction was similar to that of the Chrysler from New York.
Chrysler building.
Yes. In 1935, I think, they borrowed money so that the construction would slow down.
15 million francs.
Yeah. And then in 1905.
In 1935 they borrowed the money.
In 1905 something happened, I can't remember.
You've mixed in the dates. 1902 it's imagined.
Yeah.
It's copied. It's similar to the Chrysler building. The idea is coming from there. 1935 they borrow money. So what happens in 1905?
Can't remember. Something else happened. That's all I can remember at the moment. If I remember more, I'll tell you.
So after start doing this thing, I'll start something. I can start here, right? In 1935, they borrowed money. They borrowed money. Oh.
I will now check if the cards selected by Michael are the ones that match the story of the Basilica.
Right, so the answers. The Basilica was imagined by the King Leopold II. Ticked. The construction began in October 1905. Ticked. Architecture, Art Deco, is similar to the Chrysler Building. Ticked. They had to borrow 15 million Belgian francs. Ticked. The inauguration of the choir took place in 1935. Ticked. All good. Now, you're gonna swap.
Indeed, Michael was going to hear the end of the story of the Basilica, and afterwards tell it to Kavinga.
The inauguration of the nave took place in 1951.
Inauguration of the nave?
Took place in 1951 and took an entire weekend to have all its parts blessed using holy water. The two transepts, which are lateral sides of the basilica, were inaugurated in 1958 and 1962. The dome's construction ended only one day before the final inauguration on November 11, 1970. The basilica was later visited by Pope John Paul II in 1995 and is today the sixth largest church in the world.
Story is different in my head. Okay, 1951, the church was was inaugurated. It took a whole week. Yeah, and then the two lateral sides of the building were built in 1958 and 1962. And then in 1977, the dome.
1952 is when it was inaugurated.
1951 it was inaugurated. 1955 and 1962, the two lateral sides were made and inaugurated. In 1977, the dome was made, and in 1995, the Pope came, and it's the sixth largest basilica in the world. Yeah, that's what happened. But the numbers have, I think the numbers have literally changed, because I think I have a problem with numbers. They change in my head. And the numbers totally gone. I do know that, but I don't think they did it.
Kind of important.
The dates are far that you have to check how close they are to my numbers.
Good?
I think so.
Sure.
What he said, yeah.
Kavinga is done. It is time to reveal how well the team did in this challenge.
The inauguration took the inauguration of the nave, which is the long part where the people sit for the mass. Took 1 weekend to inaugurate it because it had to bless all the parts of polyglot. One of the transepts, so which is the lateral side of the basilica, was opened, inaugurated in 1962. The dome's construction ended one day before the inauguration on November 11, 1917. The basilica was later visited by the Pope John Paul II.
I just guessed. You didn't tell me the name. Yeah, you didn't tell me the name. So I was like, what sounds
And
like
did it
Pope's
today?
name?
The sixth
John Paul,
largest
when did
in the
he
world.
die?
Sixth.
It's all right.
Get it.
All right.
Hey,
When did he die,
Michael,
John
please
Paul?
don't leave me at night.
When did he die, John Paul?
In 2005.
Thanks to their memory and a bit of luck, Kavinga and Michael have been brilliant in this challenge, making 0 mistakes. But a surprise awaits them. The production team and myself will join them for the last 2 sprints.
Qu'est-ce qui se
We're going to the
passe?
station.
Yeah, what's the mission?
Take a picture of a station where one train drives on the right hand side and one on the left hand side, but I mean drives on both hand sides, but no way, so we'll see.
Don't go to Qued, that
No,
place.
let's go to Simonis, right?
Yeah,
Because it's a close station, and then ride a stop and then see what happens. Right, another stop, see what happens.
Okay.
The team and the production team have to travel 6 kilometers and go to Saint-Gilles in the beautiful Parvis de Saint-Gilles pre-metro station devoted to human rights. But on their way, they must complete a tough mission. In the metro of Brussels, indeed, there are parts where trains drive on the right-hand side, such as here in Gare Centrale station. And other parts where they drive on the left-hand side, such as here in Hazel station. The team must take a selfie at one station of each type. At Simonis, the station close to the basilica, the team has found their left-hand side station.
I think, yeah, get down here.
They now need to find the right-hand side one. They decide to switch line at Bécam station. This connection enables the team to reach Étang station on line 1, where a good surprise awaits them. Mission accomplished! All stations on line 1 are right-hand side stations. But they now need to find their way towards Parvis de Saint-Gilles, and only have a picture of it to help.
To show them the picture of this.
well, they could know, it's famous station.
It's big. It's a famous station.
Since Michael doesn't want to ask, Kavinga will ask local residents, hoping for a clue. Guided by their instinct, Kavinga and Michael think the station is Porte de Halle. In fact, it is located only a few hundred meters away.
Way here.
Take this back. Alright, we need to take this one. Let's go here. Or we go all the way till here, then we take it back.
Yeah, those guys.
Yeah, I know. Oh, right. Ah, that's why I tram 3.
When they get there, they realize it is not similar to the picture. But one stop down the line, they got it. For the very final sprint of the race, the team must travel around 3 kilometers and go to Grand Place, the final finish line. However, they do not know where the finish is and have to complete 5 missions to have it revealed.
What are the 5 missions for the final sprint?
Take pictures in front of mussels and fries. Take pictures in front of beer. Both Brussels, a picture there. Those are the ones I remember.
Yeah, mussels and fries, cuberdons, beer, the bourse, and the mannequin piece, right?
Yeah, mannequin piece.
Finding the bourse is quite easy, as the team gets off from the metro at the Bourse station. And after a rapid fast food break, they need to find a beer, cuberdons, which are traditional Brussels nose-shaped candies, and mussels and fries. And for the first time ever, I will try myself the mission. Apparently, I was convincing. Here's the proof. Everyone now knows the place of the final finish line, the very famous Grand Place. It is sadly time to bring the race to an end.
I want to award you the golden amulet.
You see in my glasses.
So you get to keep that one.
Of course you do.
And the cameraman also gets one. Jordan! Hey, I'll put it on your neck.
Wait, you don't need it.
Ah,
Is it really?
for your work, hard work. Well, that's the end of Paris Express Season 3.